Hey, what's up guys? Alan here with NVX, and today we're taking a quick look at our all-new XQA10004 4-channel amplifier. Now, what makes this amplifier capable of being high res is it has a much broader range that this amplifier has the ability to play. And of course, it's audiophile grade components and it's high speed switching. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. But generally speaking, most amplifiers, typically you'll see a frequency response of 20 to 20,000. This amplifier actually is 10 to 40,000. So definitely some benefits there if you plan on building a high-res capable system. Let's talk about some of the features that this amplifier has. One, it is a single-sided amplifier, which means all of your inputs and outputs are on one side. Also notably, top mount controls, one of my favorite things. You just pop the cover off, all your controls are here at the top. Let's go over some of those controls. On the front, you've got full range capability, low pass and high pass for your front channels. Same thing for the rear. But one thing that we do on this particular series is that this includes our X boost circuit, and that helps compensate for bass roll-off. So what that means is on some factory car stereos or audio systems, if you were to use that in that manner, as you turn up the volume, the bass rolls off. Now that's not a good thing if you're trying to improve the way your system sounds by adding an amp and adding a subwoofer or adding better speakers. So on the rear channels only, so if you were to use this in, let's say, like a 3-channel mode configuration, this amplifier can overcome bass roll-off when adding a sub to the rear channel, so you'd be using that bridged. Let's go over some of the controls here. We've got bass boost, our low pass filter, which goes from 50 to 5K, our high pass filter from 50 to 5K, and of course our gain over here, which is the same for the front and the rear. Of course, the clip light and the X boost light when you're utilizing that circuit, so that will illuminate when you know you've maximized that circuit when you're trying to compensate for bass roll-off. Of course, one of my favorite things here is the diamond cut badge, NVX badge there, which gives it a really nice high-end look and touch. All right, let's move on to the inputs and outputs. 4-gauge power and ground input. For your speaker outputs, you've got a maximum of 12 gauge that will fit in here. Your remote bass knob input, which of course we'll touch on here in a minute. It has a couple different turn-on options depending on how you're using this amplifier. So it has your typical wired remote that you can use if you're using an aftermarket configuration, but it also does do DC offset and audio signal sensing as well. So you'll just flip that switch depending on how you're using the amplifier and what configuration. For your signal input, it has input mode for 2-channel and 4-channel input. So this amplifier, if you're just running one set of RCAs into it, and you have it in 2-channel mode, it will also feed signal for channel 3 and 4. Or if you want them separate, you'll flip that to 4 and you'll actually need to run signal for the front and the rear. This amplifier does work with both high level and low level input signals directly right through the Tiffany RCA inputs here. You just flip that mode, that switch, depending on the mode that you need for speaker level and low level RCA input. Now, of course, it does include a pass-through, so if you do plan on running another amplifier, you can pass that signal through to go to a second amp. Of course, it comes with a typical RJ11 cable, nothing special there, it's just a cable. But I really do like our bass knob that we do include with our amplifiers. It has a really nice feel to it. And it's mountable in a couple different ways. You can just peel the 3M adhesive tape included and already attached if you prefer not to drill any holes into your vehicle, or you can use the included screws and attach it to make sure that it's secure and that it won't fall off ever. But of course, there's a lot more detail and specs on this amplifier. I encourage you to check them out. I'll include the link below so you can take a look at that later. Once again, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I'm Alan with NVX, and I'll see you next time.